This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, please confirm my voice is clear and the screen is visible.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Then last week, whatever we have discussed is like what is Jira and create a Jira account, create a project, create sprint, create story, all these things we have seen, right? Okay, this is one part exactly. And in the second part, we have discussed the transaction management APIs. Actually, what are the transaction management APIs? Three APIs, right? Experience, process, and system API. We have seen the detailed discussion of all three APIs. Okay, how experience API will look, what are the components of it exactly. Components means like the query params or URI params, headers, body, error responses, all those we have seen in detail. Okay, fine. Now, as part of our REST API, what are all the important things and what are all the important components of REST API? Right? Obviously, the method, the resource, whatever we define in the RAML, right? And headers, authorization, query params, URI params, body, and again, success response as well as the error response. These are all the important components of REST API. See, today what we'll try to do, we'll try to design API specification or API contract. I have used two words here, API specification or API contract. Some people will call API spec, API specification, or API contract. For example, like your team lead has come and asked you like, is the API contract ready? Okay, then don't get confused. It is the same. And some people will call, is the RAML ready? See, RAML is a language we use to design API specification. Okay, but people in the usage, right, they call, is the RAML ready? Okay, is the RAML ready? Is the API contract ready? Is the API spec ready? Is the API specification ready? Everything remains the same. Okay, got it right? API specification, API contract, API spec, or RAML.
So people call RAM specification also.
No, that's fine. See, specific already you know the word specification, right? Then you can easily include it. Okay, but most of the time developers, right? They'll call, is the RAML ready? Okay, but the little higher level team leads, architects, and all, they call very specifically like API specification ready or API contract ready. Okay, these kind of words. Okay, see, already we know the important components and and we know the exact exact details of our particular API. Okay, right. Now, okay, we have seen the transaction ID and all. Okay, this is fine. Now we'll set the today's agenda. Okay, what is today's agenda is we'll try to design API specification for transaction system API. Okay, we have seen system API, process API, and experience API in detail, right? But we will start with system API because if the system API is not ready, process API cannot do anything. Okay, if the process API is not ready, experience API will not do. That is the reason we are starting it from system API. See, for example, like the same three APIs simultaneously, three people also can do it. Okay, but there will be a disadvantage because of that reason. Obviously, we will see like what are the advantages and how it will be useful for us exactly if we start designing it from system API. Exactly. Okay, fine. Already we followed API-led architecture and we have seen like a experience process system as part of our total transaction and loyalty management. What we are trying to do, we are trying to develop a system API for transaction. Okay, for that we are trying to design API specification or API contract or RAML, whatever it is exactly. Like there are these are the different terminologies. Fine. Now, see, we know, right, as part of this transaction API we divided this into three layer and out of that we are following system API. Okay, this one PAPI. This is the one we are going to use, transaction set. No, fine. Now, where do we do our API specification designing? Through RAML in design center. Okay, through RAML in design center, right? Okay, where is design center? It is a part of, it is a component of Anypoint platform. Right. I'll go to Anypoint platform and we'll start the. I created a new account because obviously within 30 days it will get expired, right? Because of that reason, obviously, before 30 days itself, if there is something important, please try to download them and import it to the new account. Exactly. Okay. It is not like Anypoint Studio. Within 30 days, again, those components will not be available. Whatever you have developed will not be available, right? Okay. Because of that reason, it is always too good to import the things to your new account. Exactly. And what I try to say is all the people, right? Try to create a new account today and then start designing. Okay, see, I'll go to the main. Already everyone knows it exactly, but I'll go step by step. See, as soon as we enter the credentials, we'll come to here. Okay, I have just given the organization name as some random organization name as Cloud Technologies. Exactly. Okay, fine. And while creating the account, you know, right? Some details have to be given. We have given that, and we have created our account. Okay, everyone knows it. That is the reason I'm trying to not to do the same exactly. Now there are two ways to go to Design Center. One is through the menu button. Okay, other one is through the dashboard. Here you have the dashboard and here also Design Center is available. Anything is okay. See, I can go from here or I can go from here. Okay, now see, already some dummy applications have been developed exactly. That is also, see, for example, like if I wanted to delete also, I can delete these applications or no, that's fine. For now, I don't want to do anything. I just wanted to create one new. Okay, fine. See, create button is there and plus icon is there. If you click on this, you can create some. Okay, there are different options. What are the different options? New API specification, new fragment, new async API, import from file. If it is already readily available, you can import that also. Okay, that is option. That option is also available. For now, for our project, do we have any file ready? Raml file? We don't have it ready. That is the reason what option we should use. We should use the new API specification. Okay, and sync from existing GitHub repo. I think this is new option. Even I haven't never see. Most probably, we will try to use this one and this one. Okay, fine. And I told API specification, right? Can you see here? Okay, new API specification. Now I'll select this. I'll go here. See, it is always a good practice to have your a RAML name or API specification name and your project name as same. Okay, no need to separate it. For example, like what is the name of our system API? Okay, we have another document, right? Yeah, I'll go back to what is the system API name? Transaction hyphen SAPI, right? And resources members transaction. Already we have document, right? This is a system API. Okay, and see, how does the name come from exactly? Already I told you that transaction and system API. Because of that reason, we are using transaction system. So, name of the project will not be random. There will be some combination. Before deciding your name, you have to discuss with your architect and the other team members and then decide your API name exactly. Now, okay, I have my name, right? What is that? Transaction hyphen SAP. Okay, I'll give my name. See, once it, I give the name, I have the options here. What are the options? I can select what is the language which I can design. See, I told you already, there are two languages which Design Center will support. Okay, RAML and OAS or Swagger. OAS also will be called as Swagger also. Okay, but as part of our program, we'll try to design with the help of RAML. That is one thing. And if someone asks you like, do you know Swagger or OAS? Say I haven't heard of it. I didn't work. You can tell that also. Or sometimes like you know already OAS or Swagger, and you can tell them RAML. I haven't worked now. At least I can go through and then I can start my work exactly. But still, RAML is mostly used in Mulesoft projects exactly, because even RAML is a separate organization. Okay, they developed a language for designing APIs. Okay, and that particular RAML is integrated with the Anypoint platform ecosystem. Okay, it is not developed by MuleSoft exactly. It is an external part, but they are also partnered to promote that particular RAML language exactly for API specifications. For that reason, they have tightly integrated RAML in Design Center as part of Design Center. What are the two languages? RAML and OAS. OAS also can be called as Swagger. Okay, that's fine. But if you see, what is the version we are using to develop our API specification? 1.0. Even 0.8 will be there exactly. And what is the latest version of RAML? No, 2.0 is also there. Okay, even two version is also there, but our Design Center is supporting 1.0. Okay, can you see if I click on drag and drop, you can see 0.8 and 1.0. Okay, these two versions are supported by RAML. See, for example, like in the interview, if I ask you a question, like what is the version of RAML which you have developed? You can tell 1.0 or 0.8. Okay, fine. Now, and if you see here for OAS, OAS 2.0 is there, OAS 3.0 is there. Two versions are available. And in OAS also, they can use AML, otherwise JSON. Okay, those two versions are also available. Can you see this? Okay, now you should not be confused. Right? Is that clear? Fine. Now I'll go back. I'll select 1.0 and then see here we have another option, guide me through it. This is how we'll do it. Actually, we will get some pop-ups and suggestions kind of things exactly. I don't want to go with that process. I wanted to do it from scratch. Okay. That is the reason I'm not selecting this option. I'm directly creating API. The first RAML or the first API specification will take time. Okay, but the rest one we can do it faster. Okay, now as soon as you created, one root file is generated. Okay, see here, what is that root file? Yours with same name, same API name and .raml. And see, how do you know this is your root file? For example, someone gave you RAML, and how do you know that which is the root file? No, this one. Okay, a hash percentage raml 1.0. If that particular thing is there, it means that it is the main raml file or the root file. Okay, for example, like there are so many files here, you can see root file. Okay, but still someone downloaded raml file and they gave you a zip file, then how do you know? Okay, when you see this percentage hash percentage raml 1.0, that is the root raml file. Now see, title also automatically created and rest of the things are empty, nothing is there. It is a just a template kind of thing has been generated. Fine. Now see here, title is there. What is the title name which should be given? Same API name itself we have given. Can I give some description here? See, as soon as I typed description, there are some pop-ups. Auto suggestions will be presented. Out of auto suggestions, we need to know like which one to select there basically. Now I want to describe about my API. What is this API about? It is used to create the transactions in Salesforce system, right? Already we have defined it in our document, right? Can we copy and paste it here? Or with minimal changes we can do it exactly. Okay, I'll go here. Where did I write? See, but this is not the API one. This is the endpoint one. Which one? Our transactions one. But currently, our API itself is having only one resource, right? Because of that reason, can I give the same one? Can I give the same one? Yes, I'll go there. I'll copy it and paste it. But can I write this endpoint will receive the request from upstream API and then no, right? Create transactions. What I'll try to do, this API will receive the request from upstream APIs. Upstream APIs means maybe process API or the experience API. Okay, and create a transaction in the SFDC CRM system. Is that clear? Description is also. Do I want to give the version also? I should give version also, right? What is the version? 1.0.0. We know, right? Why version should be maintained? Already we know the importance of versions, right? Okay, that is the reason we have to create versions and then we should manage the versions also. Now I have, for the first time, we are designing the RAML, designing the API specification, and then we are trying to use version 1.0.0. Okay, fine. Now see, I am defining some parameters here. What does it mean? These parameters or these particular fields, right, are applicable to the entire API specification. Okay, entire API specification. Now actually like entire API specification means there will be API specification will consist of resources and the responses and all, right? For all these resources, these particular parameters are applicable. This description, title, whatever I mentioned above the resources exactly. Okay, got it, right? Now can I mention protocol? Okay, for now we'll make HTTP. Okay, right. Now you wanted to define a resource, right? Okay, what is the resource name for us? We can go to whether you have to create your resource or the one which mentioned in the document has to be created. Document, right? Okay, now what is the resource? Already method is post and resource is members transactions. See, what is this members, what is this transactions? This is parent resource and this is child resource. Got it, right? See, can we create as it is? I pasted it here and colon has to be given, right? This is the syntax for us. Can I do this way? Why? No, see whether my resource will work. Okay, it will work, but it is not a good practice to have parent resource and child resource in the online. See, we should separate parent resource and child resource. What happens tomorrow if I want to create another resource, another child resource under members, I can do it. Got it? That is the reason it is always a best practice to separate it. Okay, is that clear? Now for example, tomorrow some other person has come with a requirement and they wanted to do some other resource. Can they create here? Otherwise again he has to do members and demo. Okay, for that reason we are trying to put a parent resource and child resource. See, our resource is defined, right? Exactly. And what are the components of a resource? First, headers, query params, URI params, then body, responses, and all these parameters have to be defined. Now we'll go step by step. Now transactions is there. Under transactions, do we have headers? I'll go to the request here. I have headers. Okay, I have query parameters. No. URI parameters. No. Means query parameters and URI parameters no need to be defined. And we have request body. We will define one by one. Exactly. Now first of all I wanted to do headers, right? Okay, I'll go back there. See, As soon as I clicked on enter, okay, what happened? What are all the options available in that particular resource? I got it exactly. Okay. Okay, and already we know the what is the method to be followed? Post, right? Why we are creating a transaction? That is the reason we are following post. Now I'll go to post. The next headers, right? Okay, can you see headers? See, we'll create one by one. Now what we'll try to do? We have how many headers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 headers exactly. Okay. Now what I'll try to do? I'll try to create one by one. See, now do you want to give the description for this particular field? If it is possible, it is always a good practice to give the description for each and every parameter. Now, can I give that description? Okay, I can click on it. Already I have defined it, right? Can I take this and copy paste there? Okay, next. See, the indentation should be proper. Okay, for example, like you miss the indentation, how it should be under description. If you are describing your transaction ID, it should be same to the description level. Okay, right. Now, what are the other options available right now? See, before defining example, we should define the type of data type of that particular header, right? Exactly. Okay. What is the data type? String or this way, right? What is the keyword used for that? Type. Okay. Type. Now, what is this type? String. And whether it is mandatory or an optional field? Mandatory. See, that is a required. That is the reason we need to define required actually, and then make it as true. Fine. Now, is there anything missing? Right. See here. They told some more parameters, minimum length and maximum length. Exactly. Okay. Right. Now, shall we define that also? How can we do that? With the help of min length and max length properties. Why I am giving min length and max length as 32? Means it should be 32. That is the reason. If I give more than 32 or less than 32, it will give the error. Okay. See, for example, like if you, this may be the question, like if you wanted to restrict the length of your string, what are the properties you use? Min length and max length. For example, it should be between 10 to 20. Min length will be 10 and max length will be 20. Okay, fine. Now this is defined. What is the other thing we have to give? Example, right? See, it came down. I want to not define here. I want to define here. Click and give space. Okay. Now, do you have the example in the document? See, I kept everything ready. Okay, if it is not available, you need to give some random example based on your experience exactly. Okay, but for our convenience, I made the document very clear. Everything is readily available for us, not to waste the time in the class. Okay, fine. Now, can I copy this and paste there? I told string, right? Now, any error? I'll remove one. Any error? Why? Huh? See, it is validating whether it is string or not, whether it is having minimum length and maximum length or not. Now it is not following 32 characters. Because of that reason, we are getting message. Okay, chalo. I have given 32 also. I'll give one more extra. Okay, whether your whatever you are defining, is it working? Right? Yes, done. Do you need to save this? Automatically it will save. Okay, fine. Now one header is ready. Can I copy and paste it? Can I copy and paste it? Developer trick, exactly. What? How to copy and paste it? I'll go to the first. Okay. How many headers are there?
6 headers. Yeah.
6 headers, right? Okay. And then slowly we'll change one by one. Whether it is better to type each and everything or copy and paste. It is better to do copy and paste. Okay. It will be a little faster, but you need to be more careful. That's it. I'll go to the next line. And where is it? It's not in the proper indentation, right? I'll go to the and paste it. Got it? Okay. From where I copied it from the zero space. Okay, and then I kept the cursor at the first level and then pasted it. Okay, can I do it for 5 more times? Okay, why I am getting error? It will not accept same duplicates. That is the reason we are getting here. Now I'll go back. 2, right? 3, right? 4, 5. Okay, see, you may get a doubt like, what is this guy doing? He's not using any other best practices and he's designing RAM. Okay, for now we wanted to understand the importance of best practices, right? That is the reason, without following best practices, I am designing the RAM. Okay, once we'll design the whole RAM, then I'll tell you what are the best practices and how to utilize those in our API specification. Okay, for now what we'll try to do, we'll try to create our API specification as a newbie, as we are new to RAML. Because of that reason, we are trying to create the API specification in a very normal manner, and then we'll go to the best practices part also. Okay, fine. Now see, I have to define one by one, right? First transaction ID is over. What is the next header?
Channel.
Channel, right? Can I copy this? Okay, and I should give the description. Sometimes you may not have the descriptions for each and every header. Okay, but here I just wanted to give you the entire, at least a glimpse of it. That is the reason we have everything is kept in the document. It took me 5 hours to make that document. Okay, it is, we'll share it exactly. It is almost how many pages? 18 pages. We'll have all the details. Okay, now it is type is string only, right?
Yes.
Okay, whether it is mandatory, same only, right? Whether does it have minimum length, maximum length,
No.
row, right? What we should do, we should delete them. Mandatory and example, whether it is same, no, right? We need to give enum. Okay, it has, what is enum? Whenever we wanted to have specific values like drop down, okay, we need to specify enum actually. Okay, we'll how to specify enum? We'll go back here. Okay, enum. What are the values actually? Mobile. Enter. Still error is there. Why? It is following string. Fine. But still it is not following the enum validation, right? So that enum means only those values have to be defined. For example, I give mobile. Now, is there error? It's removed. For example, I give mobile 1. Because it will accept enum, whatever is specified in the enum only. Is that clear?
Yes.
Right? We'll go to the next header. We need to again copy paste the description also, right? Okay, fine. What is this? String mandatory. Okay, string mandatory. Okay, that's fine. See, whenever we copy paste, right, we should copy paste the relevant ones. See, for each and everything, minimum length and maximum length is not coming. Whenever we copy, if that is not there, the deleting part also work will be reduced, right? Okay, we need to see that way and then copy and paste it exactly. Okay, fine. Now, okay, English, right? I'll give that. See, even this particular part is string only, right? That's the reason we are not getting error. But it is always a good practice to give the right examples. See, as soon as you give the right examples, people will easily understand. Otherwise, see, for example, like if I leave like this itself, it's not wrong. But still, it doesn't make any sense, right? Without the right example. Okay, that for that reason, I wanted to mention English. Maybe some people use shortcut forms also, or if they have only 3 to 4 languages and they wanted it in enum, they can make enum also. See, it depends on the project requirement. Okay, fine. Now, next header, origin, and we need to delete these two, right? And mandatory, right? And ind is the example. And it's completed, right? I'll go to client data. See, client ID description is little different. See here, I have written client ID enforcement policy is enforced on this system API as this API is consumed for internal purposes. Okay, I've given the explanation why we are using this particular policy. Okay, and the client ID should be passed as a header by the consumer of this API. Okay, I'll copy from here. This is not required, right? The client ID should be passed as a header by the consumer of this API as part of client ID enforcement. Is that clear? Okay. See, okay, client secret. And for example, like just now what I have done, edit spec, right? If you don't use the page for some time, it will go to the read mode. Okay, then you should click on that edit spec means then it will open with the edit mode. Exactly. Okay, read mode means you will not be able to edit something. Okay, fine. Now headers are ready, right? Query parameters, where to define query parameters? See, can I minimize this? Right now you can see, right, after headers what is the other things you need to define? For example, like I'll go to the headers level. What are the available things here? Query parameters. Okay, headers, query parameters, URI parameters, all these will be in the same level, right? Exactly. Okay, but here we don't have query parameters and URI parameters. We are going to skip. Now what is the next one we need to define? Request, right? Okay, how to do that?
Responses.
Hmm? Responses will be response, right? Responses will be response, right? See, what are the components of this particular resource? Headers, query params, URI parameters, body, right? Whether do you have body here?
Yes.
Right? Can we click on that? Okay. What is the content type? Is it mentioned here?
Application data.
Okay. Can we select that?
Yes.
Okay. Now we should define the body, right? What is the body? What is the main body? Is it an object, array, or string, or date? What is it exactly? Huh? You know
Object.
field rule, right? On one. Yeah, right. Right, object, right? The first level will be object, and then we have properties inside the object. Okay, we need to define that, right? How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. 5 only. Okay. Now what we'll try to do? See, last time we have done one small mistake, right? For each and everything, min length, max length needs to be deleted. Now, without that, if I take, is there any minimum length, maximum length kind of things here? Most probably no. Just string or integer. If I copy the respective one, it will be easier, right? What I'll try to do, I'll go back to headers. I'll take client secret one. Right? Now, if you see the indentation, what is the problem exactly? I'll do Control Z. Where should I start from? Copy paste exactly. Okay. Why again? Problem is with the duplicate exactly. Okay, fine. Now, how many are required? Okay, fine. Okay, member ID. What is the description? Okay, there is some problem, right? What is the problem? If you understand, indentation. What should we do now? Do one by one or as a block? How can we do?
Tab it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. See what we'll do. We'll select from. I think everything in the indentation is problem, right? We'll try to select this. Now, if I use a shortcut, tab. Now, under application JSON, one more tab has come. For doing backward, shift tab. Okay, right. These two things are very, very important for RAML exactly. Okay, right now. Still issue is there? Okay, type string example. Why there is an issue? Okay, we'll go to project errors. Type is a mandatory. Duplicate key. Okay, these are okay. What is this? Member ID, right? String and required true. Okay, we'll change this member ID also. So control set. What is the issue exactly? Any issue identified? Properties member ID client are not supported in RAML 1.0. We forgot, right? Exactly. We need to define our type also, right? Exactly. No. What is the type exactly? Object, right? Request. Okay. First of all, we should define that, right? See, without object, how it will accept the properties exactly? That is a problem. Okay. Now, what is the type? Object will have properties, right? Under properties, we need to have these details. Okay. Now, we need again indentation, right? Under properties, it should be in the next tab exactly. Okay. Whether they are in the next tab, no, they are equivalent to properties exactly. Because of that reason, obviously, it will be having an error. What I'll try to do, I'll take, select this and done. Okay. Still any issue? Okay. Duplicated property names. Okay. Okay. Type string required true. Fine. What we'll try to do, we'll try to do the rest of the things. Transaction ID. Member ID is over. Okay, fine. We'll see. Description. Type string required true. And we'll have the value. Okay. See, there is no problem. Again, there is some problem with the member ID. Okay, maybe we'll see, we'll finish off everything and then we'll see. Okay. See, sometimes what happens is there is no proper error. Okay, based on your experience, see some error will be showing, but the error will be different and whatever the pop-up error is different. Okay, because of that reason, you need to go little here and there and then do your work exactly. Okay, now what is the next one? Amount.
Client secret.
Correct only, right? Okay, this one. Okay, amount will be there.
Yeah, can you just load the project errors? So there will have a,
Yeah. No, already see, we have copied and everything done, right? We are
yeah.
doing for the rest part exactly. Okay, see, member ID is done. Okay, that is one thing. Transaction ID is done, and then we are doing it for amount. Now we will try to copy paste this. Okay, fine. Now this is integer, right? Integer, and now some integer value has to be given. Okay, is this clear? Now next, member tier. See, here we have very less number of fields. Okay, normally it will have 20 fields, 30 fields, or 50, 100. This kind of requests also will be there. Okay, while defining that, obviously this copy and paste and aligning, all these will be very, very important. Exactly. Okay, fine. Now member type, right? And what is this? It is enum, right? Type string. Okay, required true, and we'll have example also. Enum. What are the values? T1, T2, T3, T4. Okay, fine. T4. Now again error, right? We need to give T1 or only the values related to enum only. Okay, this is done. Now what is the next one? Transaction date. Now the description will be, the description is given very clearly. Okay, as soon as you understand, if you see here, this field is used to identify the date of a transaction initiated by a member. It's very clear, right? Okay, now type string only, and it will be, why we are not taking date format? Ramal? Hmm. Come again.
Date format.
JSON has,
Rammer there is support date format.
no, you are see, defining Ramal, that is a different part. What are you defining exactly? Request, right? In which format the request is? Data format. JSON. Does JSON support date format? Yes or no? Sure. Okay, no, it will not support date format. That is the reason always we try to take the date also in string format. Got it? Okay, this is very, very important. We need to know. Okay, see, if you go to JSON, in JSON you can see strings, numbers, okay, arrays, objects, right? But you can never see the date format there. Please observe. Okay, that is the reason we are always trying to define the date as string. Okay, is that clear? Now the error is different, right? Actually it is showing, see, error is duplicate only, but it is showing at member ID. Whether it is clear now?
Yes.
See, it is showing in the wrong place. You got it? That way you need to understand. Now see, if I'm the first time user, what I'll try to do, I'm thinking member ID issue only, I'll stuck there only, I'll sit there only for 2-3 hours, and I'll not be able to identify the issue. That is where the experience and the practice comes into picture. Okay, now I have told you, like we have encountered an issue at, sometimes it is showing at the exact place, but sometimes it's not. That is very, very important. We need to understand that. Okay, fine. Now, what are completed? Input is completed, right? Input is completed. Input means the request part is completed. Request part means query parameters, your parameter, headers, okay, and then body. Now, what comes into picture? Responses. What responses will consist of? Success response, error response. Exactly. Okay, we need to define both, right? Okay, right. Now, can I go up and can I minimize this? See, headers, body, and responses also will come into the same line or not in the same line for indentation. Under the same line. What I'll try to do, I'll try to keep it here. Now I'll see. See, always no need to remember everything. Okay. What I have done, okay, request means these are the components. Responses means these are the components. Request and response will be in the same hierarchy. Okay, see, request and response, as per our common sense, we can think, right? Request and response should be in the same hierarchy. Same hierarchy means same indentation. Okay, okay, chalo. For example, like we wanted to validate that, right? I kept, even I am not sure, I didn't remember what I have done. I have kept the cursor at equivalent to body and headers and then seen the suggestions. Right? Is that clear? Now, what is the keyword to be utilized for responses? Okay. Now, see, these many number of responses are there. Okay. Which status code should be used now? Why? Okay. Now, have you seen specifying headers for response? Most of the time I haven't seen. Okay. We always try to compose the body and we'll try to send the body as the response. Even we can send headers also. But most of the time I have never seen sending headers. All the important messages will be in the body. That's why. What is the next one? Body. What is the response type? Data type? Application? JSON. No, that's fine. We'll see in the best practices. See, I am defining application JSON for each and everything. Otherwise, for example, for one resource application JSON is there, another resource application XML is there. How to do that? Got the point? See, and in the starting itself, I have told whatever we mention here will be applicable for all the resources exactly. Okay. For that reason, what we are trying to do, that is the reason I just wanted to show. I haven't mentioned that. I'm giving application JSON again everywhere. Okay, fine. Now, what is the next thing? What is your response? Can we go to the document and see? Okay, for example, like for request, we forgotten the example, right? Okay, see, request, under request we have different parameters, but for the whole request we have an example, right? That is also, if we define, that is also good, right? Already we have readily available. This one, shall I copy this? And where that example will come? Body, right? Okay, fine. No suggestion, but I need to have a tab, right? Under body it should come, right? No, we'll see. Why? Responses, two tabs has to be there. Okay, that is the reason it's not come. Sorry, no, body, right? That's why indentation is very important in RAM. Okay, example, two tabs. Okay, fine. Now, okay, right? Any error? No, why? It is as per the expectation. For example, this I have given it as string. Is it validating your request? Yes or no? Okay, right? Okay. Now, shall I? What I'll try to do? I'll try to. Is it okay? Tab only. I have used tab only. Okay. Okay. Is it now at least to see the indentation? It's proper, right? Okay. Now I need to. Okay. Fine. Now responses. Now in responses, what should we define? Body application JSON. That's fine. But what is the type? Is it a object or an array? Exactly. Exactly. Why object? If you see the example, it's object only. Okay. And if you see here also, message level 1 and all, exactly, it's an object. Okay, fine. Now, what I will try to do, I should mention type object properties. Okay. Hmm. Then we need to define properties, right? Yeah. What we'll try to do, we'll try to copy something. See, don't confuse with this example of this example. Okay. Example for each and every property we are defining, and for the total object also we are defining the example. Okay. This example is for the total object. Okay. The example of each and every one is we have defined. Okay, right. Next. What are the things here? Message. Description. What is this? This field is used to specify the message for a specific transaction. Type string, and it's mandatory, right? Okay, still there is an error. Exactly. What is the error? Message. Okay, the indentation is wrong, right? For message, it should come. What is the problem? Shift. Okay. Message. Okay. Even description is also has to be. Okay, now all these four has to be shifted. Shift tab, not shift tab, tab. Now it's so. Okay, got it. Now what I'll try to do, I'll try to see, it is always good to copy from the initial one. Last time when we copied, did we get error? Indentation error? Copied and pasted so many fields, right? But we didn't get any indentation error. Okay, now what I'll try to do, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These two again will be different, right? Okay, that is the reason I am not copying so many. I am copying only till data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to copy 4, right? Okay, 4. Now We'll set one by one. Now, what is that? Status code. What is the status code? We used to define the status code of the response exactly. Okay. We see anyway it will go in the reason code and status code and reason phrase in the postman. But still in the body also we are trying to send it because the company required the response in that particular structure. That is the reason we are sending it exactly. Okay. Fine. Now type is string or number, integer, right? Required true, and we can give 201. Okay, fine. Now next one, tx and success. This is boolean, right? Okay, what is boolean?
It's a true or false.
Okay, string required true. Okay, true or false, right? Example, can I give true? Why is it error?
Required already. Without false.
Okay, this also I'll change it to boolean. Okay, can I give it string quotes? No, why? It will treat it as a string. Boolean means only true or false without strings. If you pass it with strings, it will also become a string. Okay, keep remember that so many people see the consumer of your API, you told it as boolean, okay, and it is not showing the proper error. For example, one field it is getting bad request exactly. You can see whether they're sending that boolean as true in strings or without strings. Okay, you need to observe while finding it out exactly. Can I give capital T? It's working. Try out exactly. Okay, but normally it should be in the small case. Okay, next. What is event ID? It's the same transaction ID we are trying to pass as part of body. Similar, see, we are passing the same transaction ID whatever we received from the consumer in the event ID. Why? I told you, right? It will be easily tracking exactly. For tracking purposes it would be very easier, right? For that reason we'll try to do it, but we have used a different name, event ID. Okay, got it? String only example is this, and it is mandatory. See, there are sometimes we have made all the fields as mandatory. It is all the time all fields will be mandatory? No, there are some optional fields also. Okay, at that point of time required property will be false. By default, what is the nature of the property?
False.
Tomorrow you tell it. Try it out. Okay.
No, by default it will take false, right? If we didn't specify any required parameter.
And that's what. Please try it. Don't guess the answer. Please try to do it and then answer. Okay. Okay. Data, right? Next.
Object.
I'm writing this object contains member ID and transaction status of the specific transaction. Okay. Only for this particular one we'll try to do this way. The rest ones we'll see, like it will not take more than 10-15 minutes of time. Just copy paste it and then or duplicate it and then change the required things exactly. And in the real time also, do you do the RAML or API specification from scratch actually? No. Most probably you'll have template, or you'll take the reference of other project, you duplicate that and then try to do it. If you're starting the project and there are no APIs or no API specifications, then okay, then also what people will do, maybe the senior developers or the architect, they will discuss and they will try to create a template, one template project. Okay, you will duplicate the template project and you will fill up the details there. You got it? But you should be aware of doing it from scratch as well as from doing it from template also. See, every project will not be the same kind of template. Okay, because the architect and the senior developers, based on their experience and based on their best practices, they will try to create different templates exactly. But you should be aware, like what are resources, what is body, what is request, and what are traits, headers. Okay, all these components of RAML also. Anyway, next best, when we follow the best practices at that point of time, we'll try to see all those things exactly. Now, fine. Data is an object, right? Type, what is the type?
Object.
Not string, right? Object. Okay, required. See whether required true or not. Object. See, till now in the top we haven't mentioned it. Type as object exactly, and then we haven't mentioned the required field exactly. Okay, if it is if the object is mandatory for you, then you should mention required true. Got it? Now I'll take out required true and properties. Right? How many properties are there?
2.
What I'll try to do again, I'll try to copy paste something. Okay, now it will be correct, it will not be correct, right? Exactly, we should do the proper indentation. Now all these are in one read. I'll take tab. Now it's correct, right? Yes. Now member ID and transaction status. Okay, member ID and member ID field is obviously, we know, right? Member ID of that particular member who is initiating the transaction. Type string and quite true. Okay, string S. See, all these will be in small letters exactly. If you try to see for capital S, obviously those will not be available as auto suggestion again. Okay, fine. Now, is there any errors exactly still? Event ID, it is showing as error, right? Yeah.
You have single quotes or
Okay, fine, right? Now, still any errors? Okay. Transaction created successfully. Okay, fine, right? Now, shall I copy this? Okay. Now, what is this? Transaction status. See, I haven't read out all the descriptions exactly. Please go back, read out all the descriptions also, like why each field is important. Required true, string, success or failed. Okay, is this clear now? Now we should give the example also, right? You're getting example. Okay.
Are we not defining enum for that transaction status?
No, it's I told string only.
I mean, only two are there, right?
See,
Whether
it is
success
fine.
or
See, it is fine.
okay.
Anyway, we have understood, right? Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
fine. Most of the time, it will not be enum for these kind of things exactly. Okay, enum is like some specific values need to be passed, right? Those kind of things.
Yeah, got you.
Okay, example, right? Or do you have example already? For example, if you don't have the example here, what you should do? You should prepare on your own. You should know based on the field level and all exactly. Control Z. Okay, fine. Now, if I take it from here, I wanted to align it, right? Is this clear now? Okay, fine. See what we have done. We have configured the success response also. Still there are error responses and then modulation. See, we will configure the error responses tomorrow, and then we'll try to what we'll try to do. We'll modularize. Okay, modularize means like we'll take out some aspects in the root file and then we'll keep it in another file and we'll try to refer from there. Okay, fine. Is that clear? Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Okay, okay. Yeah, then we'll connect tomorrow.